The views on this program do not reflect those of ONTV or its board of directors. Welcome to Oaa Now, your home for Oakland Activities Association news and information. Here's your host, Sammy Terramina.
Welcome to Oaa Now. Here I'm Sammy Terramina, blogger of the Dragons Insider, blogger of Inside the OAA, one of the hosts between Terminas and Orion Neighborhood Television. I'd like to welcome our friends hearing us on the local voice on SoundCloud, also those hearing us on YouTube, and watching us on Orion Neighborhood Television. I got Ian here this week after a couple-week hiatus here.
Yeah, I'm back, dude. Beautiful day out. And I have to say, your intros, I don't know how you get that many words out that quickly.
I don't know either.
It's a tongue twister, and it just rolls off the tongue.
I don't know why either.
Talent.
I really don't know.
It's talent,
How
Sammy.
is it talent?
Not everybody,
talent?
Not everybody can say that many words that quickly.
My goodness gracious. We got a lot to look at this week here.
Yeah, interesting week, right?
Yeah, I mean, first week of summer, a lot of teams are on off-season for football, 7-on-7 stuff going on, a lot of summer league stuff going on, especially in both boys and girls basketball. And, of course, track is going through some conditioning.
Yeah, cross-country, it's amazing. You just the diplomas are just dry on 2019.
Yes.
And the brand new shiny laces and the new spikes and the new training shoes are back on their feet. The new helmets are all polished, ready to go.
Yep.
And the machine starts again.
Yes, it does. You know, when you look at high school sports, it doesn't take a break.
It doesn't at all.
And, of course, we talked last week about, you know what I mean? We had the MHSAA released a whole ton of stuff.
Okay.
They released a ton of district stuff.
Yeah.
They released a ton of that. I tried going more into detail, you know what I mean, specifically. But now I have you here. So I'm going to pick.
I don't know how much help I'm going to be.
Oh, you'll be some help. But let's look at 2019.
Yeah.
Of course, when you look at the state champions that came through the OA, you know what I mean?
Man, what a year.
What a year for this league.
And it was all over the map, right? I mean, all kinds of sports were represented.
Yeah, all kinds of sports was represented. When you look at the sports that were represented, for me personally, of course, but remember, you got to look at all the other teams that went to state final too. When you look at, I'm going to use Clarkson football for example.
Yes,
this was a team that, I don't know how this team does it. I don't know how Clarkson football always finds a way to get back to Ford Field.
Yes,
I mean,
we talked about it.
We talked about it in the run in 2017. Remember when they got past Holland West Ottawa?
Oh yeah,
and that ended up being I still cannot believe that. I mean, and then the run they made last year, and the run that led into the state championship win against West Bloomfield.
Yes,
and for them to make the state final again says a lot.
After a lot of turnover too.
Yeah, and especially with the big time injury of Gary Dillinger.
Yes.
I mean, that is a heck of an accomplishment there.
Yeah.
There's another team I like to recognize, and that's Farmington Hills Harrison Bowling.
Yes.
Boys bowling. Knocked off Oxford, winning a state championship in their final hurrah.
And so Oxford those guys went head to head.
They went head to head.
So you got two OA teams
going against each other.
Going
boys
against
bowling.
each other.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, girls basketball. We have Southfield A&T making the state final in girls basketball. That says a lot.
And that was a battle, man.
They didn't stand much chance against Saginaw Heritage.
Well, I was going to say, what a regular season they had.
Yes.
Fantastic. I mean, one for the books.
And you look at, and then of course you look at volleyball. Lake Orion winning a state championship. I mean, when you look at
Would you call that a surprise?
To be honest with you, yes.
Yeah.
Here's why. Because in the blog early in the year, back in August of last year, I ranked Lake Orion third in the OAA, behind Stony Creek and Clarkston. And for them, with that experience, anytime you have experience, when you look at Wynn McCauley, Paige Briggs, you have D1 players on that team. And that says a lot when you have those type players. That says a lot.
Yes.
And probably out of that whole game, probably my favorite one of that team was that game against Farmington's Mercy, where that was a classic 5-game set.
Absolutely.
People say to me, why is Farmington's Mercy game? Because it reminded me a little bit of that game a couple back in 2011 when Lake Orion took on Clarkston, and they ended up surviving.
Yes.
Even though it went 4 games, the Farmington's Mercy match went 5, and then they ended up losing to Rockford. But now they beat and avenged Rockford.
Yes. Which, Rockford's almost, in some instances, Rockford's like that immovable force, right?
Well, that's the thing.
They're loaded. Every time you go to the West Side, it's like, oh, who are you going? Rockford. It seems
like
every time.
It's every time. And I think the reason why is the West Side of the state's soft. And Rockford's usually good every year. I'm not being mean to you.
No, I know you're not being mean to me.
But
You're being to the West Side.
I do to the West Side of the state at times. I think they're soft. They don't stand up to Rockford.
Wow.
Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, there may be a couple of teams that stand up to Rockford, but until somebody stands up to Rockford, nobody's getting by Rockford.
Yeah, no.
And it's showing
That's
it in a lot of sports.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you have Farmington Gymnastics. They end up winning a state title.
Yeah, that's fantastic. A lot of people out there probably don't even realize gymnastics is out there.
Yes.
There's teams. I know here in Lake Orion, they were trying to get one going, and I think it's a club, that sort of thing, because there's some really high-end gyms around here that people train in, have been doing it all their lives, and they would love to compete for their high school.
Yeah.
But to see that was fantastic. That was unexpected. I don't follow gymnastics, and all of a sudden you go, hey, man, there's a state title rolling in the OAA.
Yeah, it's another state title there.
Gymnastics.
Cheerleading, Stony Creek cheerleading.
Yeah,
surprise. We know
They're
the
good.
cheerleading powers. We know Adams is starting to become a cheerleading power.
Yep.
We know about Rochester. We know about Lake Orion. We know about Troy Athens. Cheerleading.
They're always in the regionals, always in the hunt, always in the state
here's
final.
The thing. Stony Creek, Rochester, Adams, and Troy Athens, they're all in the same region. They're in the same region, in the same district. Lake Orion is in the district north. When you have Clarkson, Oxford, they're starting to emerge.
Yes.
So when you look at it here,
that's a tough district. I mean,
it's brutal.
It's loaded with people.
It is a brutal district.
Yeah.
So
yeah, congrats to them. That wasn't a surprise. Because you know how good those squads are.
And then of course, we have track and field over at Oak Park. Oak Park girls winning a track state title. In track and field.
And what a way to do it.
My God.
Last event, the 4x4.
Mm-hmm.
And came down to the last event.
They only won one event.
And it was the last event.
They won one event. That says a lot.
That is almost, I don't want to say disgusting in a good way, because we always talk about balance, right, in track and field.
Yes.
So what did they do? And depth. Depth is key, obviously. In the past, they've won a state title with, 6 people?
Yes.
This time, they had so many sprinkled throughout doing different things and just getting a couple points here and there. It wasn't a dominating performance.
And that says a lot.
They hung around.
They hung around.
And they're only going to be better next year.
Yeah, especially with that team.
Yeah, young.
Oh, my goodness.
Stupid fast. That's going to be fun to watch again.
It's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
And then let's look at Clarkson girls cross country won a state title.
I want to say it's about time they did it.
Yeah.
You go from I can't remember offhand who won it the year prior, but you got like Seaholm, years in the past.
Troy.
Oh, Troy. I think it was Troy.
Came out last year.
Troy.
Won.
Then you had Clarkston, and you're talking, man, from Seaholm to Clarkston to Troy going head to head every year, but that was a once in a generation senior class.
Yeah.
That senior class at Clarkston, from freshman on, carried that track and cross-country team. That freshman class, or the senior class, carried them from freshman all the way through senior.
And a lot of people have said next year Clarkston could be down a little bit.
They could be, but I until I see it, just like football, I'm not going to believe it, because they always pull somebody out of nowhere. Oh, they got some stellar freshman or two just you've never heard of, and all of a sudden they are blazing. The coaching over there, the culture over there is just rock solid. Yeah.
Let's look at, of course, Bloomfield Hills boys tennis. They won a state title this
Yeah.
year.
Awesome.
And then Lake Orion boys golf winning a state title.
See, yeah, and that was kind of a surprise. I mean,
Well, a lot of people at Clarkson.
yes, Clarkson was number one most of the
Bloomfield
year.
Hills was there too. I
Yep.
mean, then you have Lake Orion.
Yep.
Lake Orion won the county title in golf.
Individual champion and team.
Yeah, that's huge. So, and then of course, also this is the last year for a couple teams. As mentioned, of course, Harrison closing their doors.
Yeah.
And then
we have somebody exiting the OAA.
Yeah, and then we have Hazel Park leaving.
Yeah.
So, what's your thoughts on Hazel Park leaving?
Well, I mean, I kind of get it. You know, proximity and that sort of thing, I guess. I mean, they're at the far end, aren't they, down there?
Yeah, they're down there.
I mean, they're down there, and so maybe it's saving some bucks on travel. I mean, we saw it with like the KLAA in the past. They're different regional matchups because trying to keep on travel down, and you say, well, we'll get, you know, this group of teams together. They'll compete in this area. You know, at least that's what, when I was at the Waterford schools, the discussion was, why do the KLAA make a mega conference? And it was to keep it more of a regional travel just to cut expenses. But that blew up. But with them leaving,
Hazel Park,
I don't
with
know
them,
what,
it's more of,
I don't know what, is it competitive? They just can't
no,
compete?
Hazel
or-
Park, it's the issue of not competing.
Yeah.
And when you look at Hazel Park, this was a team that, you know, had some issues, particularly in football.
Yeah.
A couple years ago, we talked about Rochester, Bloomfield Hills, and Troy. All of them went down the blue for 1 year.
Yeah.
And that didn't make Hazel Park happy.
Yeah, no.
And
Because it's surprising that they do go down because, you know,
they're bigger
they're
schools.
either, yes.
And then, you know, and the fact that their football team, and that was the year Bloomfield Hills had, that was one of their first years where they ended up being really good.
Really good.
When they brought in a quarterback and then John Paddock and
Yeah.
they had Jack Sape on that team. That says a lot.
Yeah. So contracting schools, I mean, shrinking schools or enrollment, we've talked about it before. You know, it affects different sports in different ways and districts in different ways. Harrison, it's gone because of it.
I know.
And now we have somebody exiting the OAA because they can't compete, or maybe they can get the kids to participate, contracting school district.
But now Hazel Park's going in the Macomb Area Conference.
Yeah.
And the Macomb Area Conference is, I believe, 33 schools. I mean, when you look at that
That's
league,
a lot of.
that's a lot. But when you look at that league, you know, you got some parts of Eastern Oakland County,
Yes.
a lot of Macomb County, most of Macomb County, and then some parts of St. Clair County, and a little bit of slivers of Wayne County
Yeah.
in that league.
But looking where they're at, I mean, those
Mm-hmm.
who they'll go up against in the in that league, I think it's a decent fit for them. Don't you think?
Yeah, but you're going against Madison Heights Lampier,
Yeah.
Madison, maybe East Point. But
You think they're still going to struggle?
I still think they're going to struggle. I think they're going to still struggle going forward. Of course, they're in class. They're Division II now for most sports. And I think for Hazel Park, it's going to be a struggle for them going forward.
Yeah.
And that's my thoughts on
Do you
it.
think OAA is going to look for a replacement?
You know, I think,
Because we're
Every
talking. I mean,
question
you
I've
and I were
asked-
chatting like about Lapeer.
yeah, we were chatting about it. I think the OA in the long-term future should expand. And I think they should go,
Go north.
north and south. Because when I'm looking at a couple teams, I think Novi and Northville would be
man.
good fits for the. You think Novi and Northville would be good fits?
They'd be good fits, but man, you want to bring Novi into this? Talk about wow, they're giant. I mean, they're
I know Novi, but you got to. But if you want to bring Novi in, you got to bring Northville in.
yeah.
I mean, it's similar with Lapeer. I mean, if you want to bring Lapeer in, you know,
Well, who's their natural rival?
who is their natural rival? Could it be Oxford? But if you're Farmington and you have to travel up to Lapeer,
Yeah,
that's
no,
not good.
no.
No. But if there's a team that I think should join the league,
Yeah.
I could see Romeo possibly being a fit.
Oh,
I could see Romeo being a fit. But I can also, but if there's one team that should be in the OA that's not right now, I know it's a little radical here for me to say this, but
I can't wait.
Pontiac Notre Dame Prep should be in.
See, I was thinking the same thing. It's crazy. But,
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, they can compete.
Yeah.
They have a
They got
variety.
the volleyball power.
They do.
They're not a bad football team. They play
Nope.
a lot of OA teams.
Yes.
I mean,
It's just down the road.
it's just down the road. Everybody can go down. Everybody can go there. I mean, like it makes a lot of sense for this league to look at them. I know they're a Catholic League team. They recruit and all that, but the Saginaw Valley, they have Flint Powers Catholic.
Yeah.
And they're a Catholic school.
Yeah.
That
would be interesting.
That would be. I think Notre Dame Prep would be a perfect fit for this league. I know I had these conversations with Anthony a lot. I know I do.
I can only imagine with sitting around the dinner table with you two talking OAA stuff.
But I'm saying to you is I think Notre Dame Prep would be a perfect fit for this league. Now, people are going to say, well, what about the Waterford schools? What about, Waterford carrying Waterford.
Would you bring them back?
Would you bring them back?
They were, yeah. I mean, Kettering, if you go back in history, Kettering football got doormat. I mean, it was just, they were lucky to field a team. They couldn't keep a coach year to year for a long stretch there.
No.
They found some success after they get some stability, like anything else.
Right.
You get stability, you find success, right?
You find stability, you find success.
Yes, and, now everything's kind of leveled off. Now they're competitive. Mott's competitive as well.
Yeah.
Would they come back, though?
I don't know.
They're not that far.
I mean, would you bring in, have you thought about bringing the Walled Lakes and Huron Valley schools in? Probably those 5.
Well, if you did, Walled Lake, that is a hike. I don't know if you've ever driven it.
Yeah, I went to Walled Lake Northern.
There's no easy way to get up here.
No.
There's no direct line. I mean, you're driving for a bus trip with those kids, and
especially if you're
logistically horrible.
If you're a southern teams, you know what I mean? Basically, in our southern areas, that would be horrible.
Well, think of Walled Lake. It stretches from M59 down to, 96?
Right.
I mean, it's huge. It is massively huge district.
It would be interesting. Would be.
Well, if we're going to look at a competitive standpoint, can you imagine those guys rolling into your home field year after year?
Sure you
Talk
do.
about games.
Yeah, I would.
That would be exciting games.
That would be really exciting. Would be really interesting.
That would be good games.
But if I had to decide, if I had to look at a team that would make perfect sense to go to join this league, we both agree. Pontiac Notre Dame Prep, perfect fit.
Yeah, that's the first one that popped in my head, and we didn't even talk about this off air
at
all.
No,
that's one of those. You always say, they're so close. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Why not? I mean,
how are they doing in the Catholic League? Are they holding?
They're an independent. They're not in the Catholic League.
They're not anywhere.
They're an independent. Yeah, they're an independent.
So they can pick and choose who they're playing, and
and I think that's the interesting issue there is, but I think Notre Dame Prep would be a good fit.
I think so too.
It would be a good fit. All right, let's take a break here.
Okay.
I want to talk a little girls basketball inside of districts here on Oaa Now.
This is The Local Voice, where you can listen to your favorite classic rock songs, as well as podcasts created by ONTV and its volunteers. If you're looking for a high school sports update show, we have Oaa Now. If you want to hear about some great movies, we have Movies for Dumb Guys. You can also create your own podcast by taking a course with us. For more information, call 248-393-1060.
Welcome back to Oaa Now. Here I'm Sammy Timmy here with Ian Locke here.
Hey.
Of course, last week we talked a lot of districts being out. We got a little bit of an idea where all the districts are at.
Some shuffling going on.
Yeah, some stuff going on. Of course, there is a sport that interests you, which of course is cross country.
Yes, sir.
I want to get your thoughts on the cross country regionals for Lake Orion, for your team, Lake Orion.
Yeah.
Here. Lake Orion's at Algonac again. Of course, teams there are Avondale, Lake Orion, Oxford, Adams, Rochester, Stony Creek, Chippewa Valley, Macomb, Dakota, Macomb, L'Anse Creuse North, New Baltimore, Anchor Bay, Port Huron, Northern, Romeo, Utica,
Oh.
Utica Eisenhower, and Utica Ford too.
All right. I was hoping Romeo would get bumped.
Why? They're going to be good.
They're going to be good. That their distance core is on the girls' side is really, really good.
We saw them at track regional.
Absolutely.
Very good.
Very good. And to be selfish, on the Lake Orion side, we lost some seniors.
Yeah.
And so we're scraping around, hunting around for that new fresh-faced freshman core to come in and give them loose.
I got Lake Orion moving on in this.
You do?
Yes. I think I got Stony Creek, Romeo, Lake Orion. Those are 3 teams.
Okay. Well, you got a regional champion coming back, and Sophie Novak, who should win it again.
Yes.
At Lake Orion.
Yes.
So now you got 6 more to fill.
Yeah. But
yeah, Romeo, I like Romeo a lot. I like what they've done. They're loaded on the girls' side. Even the guys' side. I mean, they're just quality over there. They do a lot of good stuff. But I don't like, you're asking me, what do I think of it? I don't like Algonac.
You ain't going to believe where they put Clarkson at.
Where?
Springfield Oaks Park.
So they pulled Clarkston out?
Yes.
I missed that.
They're at Bloomfield Hills, Clarkston, Farmington, North Farmington, West Bloomfield, Birmingham Brother Rice, Farm Hills Mercy, Heartland, Holly, Milford, Waterford, Mott, Waterford Kettering, the 3 Walled Lakes, and Lakeland.
Milford's the only one I see on there that is the big power.
Yeah.
Seaholm?
Seaholm is not there. Seaholm is actually at Chandler Park Golf Course with Grove, Seaholm, Royal Oak, Troy, Athens.
Why they yank
Macomb,
Clarkston?
Lance Cruz,
They
Fraser.
get tired of the same 208 teams, like Orion and Clarkston were the 1 and 3 or 1 and 2, and those teams at that regional.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
That's going to be strange not running against those Wolves over there.
It's going to be strange, you
Wow.
know. And you got Seaholm over at Chandler Park Golf Course with Grove.
That's going to be tough. That's going to be a tough one.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Algonac. Okay. So the end of that race, and it happened at, 3 years ago. They weren't, dang it. My mind's going, so I'm on vacation syndrome. It's like right around the corner.
Yes.
But before they went to Algonac, they had, it was not necessary. It was super flat. It's not the cross country that a lot of traditionalists like. I don't care for it. The last quarter mile is completed on a track.
Yes.
I get for timing reasons and that sort of thing why you do it.
Wait. Algonac, that last quarter mile is complete on a track?
Yeah.
You're thinking of Holly, too.
No,
Holly,
well,
then
Holly's doing the same thing. I mean, it's something that the MHSAA is doing, that you are finishing the last quarter mile on the track, or just under a quarter mile on the track. You come in, you finish right at the finish line at the track. So the fans are sitting in the stands and that sort of thing. I don't care for that much. But also,
I don't like that.
they're just running around soccer fields.
I don't like that.
It's
Here's
just
why.
grass. It's just grass and
I don't
soccer
like
fields,
it.
man.
I don't like it because it's grass. You know what I mean? You should run on grass. You
Yes.
know, cross country is, in my opinion, you know what I mean. Like, if you want to run, want to get dirty, it's fine. You know what I mean?
That's the point.
That's the point.
Yes.
And they should have the finish line basically either at the end of the woods or, not on the track.
In the field.
In
at
the
least.
field.
Yeah.
Not even on the track.
It's Anchor Bay. So 3 years ago, they were at
New Baltimore, Anchor Bay.
Yeah, so Anchor Bay, they were there. Dragons 3 years ago missed, but Oxford surprised everybody and qualified that year. So yeah, I don't like the track finishes because you're not going to get that at state meet, right? No. And it gives. The one thing, you see a lot of best times, personal records, and PRs and all that kind of stuff at regionals.
Right.
Because it's so flat, because it's so fast, because it's on
And
a
the
track
fact
at
that,
the
and,
end.
what makes it different with cross country and track? In track and field, if you want to qualify for the state meet, you got to go to the regional.
Yes.
Whereas in cross country, if you qualify, what I mean?
No, it's still the same.
It's still the same?
You got to do it at regionals.
What?
Yeah, so but the individual, they don't have a time, it's a place. So top 15 are all region, you automatically qualify as an individual, but they do the team scoring, and the top 3 go based on team scoring. So the top 3 teams at the regional go to states, or if you have a weaker team, like we saw that out of the Dakotas, they had a really strong senior, well, all 4 years. I mean, she's running in college now. It was that she was second or third, or I think she won regionals or senior. I wish I could remember the name.
Mark, if you're
You know what I
hearing
mean?
if you're hearing this podcast, you give direct the MHA, please. I'd like to have a word with you. I like to have a word
But
with
it
you.
is. It's you get,
I know,
you get one shot. And the thing is I understand cross country because the fields are so messed up. I mean, Anchor Bay had a Friday night run one year, the same year that Lake Orion ran there.
Right.
And they had that thing measured so messed up that, well, they say the top 7 finishers were 10 seconds off, like the all-time 5K state record.
Right.
You know, and they're like, yeah, that even the coaches were like, something screwed up, and we're having regionals here, so they modified the course somewhat, but to just have it that screwed up,
That's terrible.
I didn't dig it. And then we were watching some times at regionals last year at Algonac, and
Algonac's got 2 events hosting usually.
They have
do.
multiples. There's
Multiple.
a lot of them, a lot of divisions that are running there.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's great that they host it. Parking's a pain in the neck, but that goes with everything.
Yeah.
But I just don't care for finishing on the track. And then the
I don't like it.
and then the measuring of it. It's like you always, and even Clarkston, I'll give you this. Their field management or their course management and the staff on that thing last year, I don't know if you heard this, but Clarkston, was it Grace Nolan?
Yeah.
She was leading that regional.
Yeah.
And then the markings on that course were kind of funky. They didn't have a course manager there telling them which way to go. So and the course folds back in on itself because it's so compacted.
Didn't she get lost?
That she made a wrong turn, and 2 of them took a wrong turn. And Sophie Novak had a chance to. She goes, "Oops!" and she ran right by him. By the time they recovered, it was over. Because you're not catching Sophie Novak in the backstretch.
No.
But it was one of those things you go, really, this is a regional? And the 2 leaders from Clarkston took a wrong turn. You know?
Goodness.
It's just, I'd rather go someplace else. I know, and Lake Orion's been lobbying, trying to get a regional here. But why won't they do it, Sam? Why won't they get it?
I have no idea.
Hills!
Yeah.
What's that back course at Lake Orion? It's
Hills.
fantastic. It's
Beautiful.
perfect. It's great for
It's beautiful.
spectators. You can
Yeah.
spread all over the place.
It's beautiful.
It's
the
variety.
the pumpkin invitationals here.
Yes, you have big races, and it is hilly. It's a great course, but they don't want to do it because you go, well, state meets flat, so regional has to be flat.
What?
I feel like
I'm
I'm
pull Valeni on Mark Yole here. I'm gonna pull Mike Valeni here.
I feel like I'm venting. I don't usually vent, but that bothers me.
I know it. Well, you had a couple things that bothered you. Of course, the situation with Pontiac football.
Yes.
That bothered.
HR. Don't
Yeah.
get me started on that.
I ain't gonna
again.
get started on that.
That.
You know.
That's.
Mm-hmm.
Any news on that? I know we're kind of talking regional.
To what I
I don't want to change gears.
To what I heard, I looked at the Oakland Schools site.
Yes. Still posted.
And they posted the football job for
'Kay.
Pontiac. So it looked like
How about an HR director?
I don't know. I don't know.
I
There.
think that might have been. That might be next.
I don't know there.
So
Well-
anything else get shuffled around? I mean, we were
Well,
talking about.
We got volleyball districts here that've been announced. Of
Yeah.
course, the good folks here at ONTV could be getting a Lake Orion is hosting a volleyball regional.
Yeah. So cameras will be there.
Yep.
It'll be live.
Yep. You got Lake Orion, Clarkson, Oxford, Holly, Waterford, Kettering in that regional.
Ooh, Holly. Is that new?
No.
Was Holly in there
It was
before?
basically the same as
Same
last
one as
year.
last year?
Same
Okay.
as last year. Everybody's
Tough.
looking at possible Clarkson Lake Orion rematch. Lake Orion a little bit down.
Hey, you
last year.
graduated state championship
Yes,
team,
you
man.
did. That's not going to be an easy
No.
thing. Clarkson's going to be the favorite in that one.
His coach is still hanging around Lake Orion, right?
Tony Scavara? Yeah,
Yes.
he's still there.
Okay.
District 6 at Rochester got 3 Rochesters, Romeo, Utica, Eisenhower. Until anybody beats Stony Creek, I just don't think that's going to happen. District 7 at Troy. This is new.
Ooh.
Troy, Athens, Avondale, Pontiac, Blueberry Hills, and Waterford. Until somebody beats Troy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Until
That's a
somebody
home.
beats Troy.
That's a home game.
Yep.
Trucking.
What District 8? This is new. You got the 3 Walled Lakes,
Ooh.
Milford, Lakeland, and West Bloomfield got added.
Oh, they got thrown over there.
West Bloomfield got thrown over
that
there.
looks completely regional based, right?
and it's
So-
at West Bloomfield.
Okay, well at least they got that.
I think they're going to win that district.
I think so too.
I think they'll win it.
But the Wild Lakes, I mean, that would stink having
Walled
to
Lake Northern won that district last year.
Yeah.
I mean, they won that district last year.
They're tough.
And I think this is West Bloomfield's to lose.
You think
They're in
so?
the red this year for volleyball, and I think this is going to be a chance where they're going to win it. District 25 at Farmington. You got Farmington, North Farmington, Farmington Hills, Mercy, Livonia, Stevenson, Redford, Thurston. Until somebody touches the Marlins.
Yeah.
Marlins, yeah. Farmington Hills, Mercy is going to be. They're one of the state favorites. They're going to be the favorite heading in the season. They got a Miss Volleyball candidate in Jessica Merzak. She was instrumental in their game against Lake Orion a year ago. I think she was the Miss Volleyball last year. So
As a junior?
I think so.
Whoa.
So that's going to be something there. District 26 in Birmingham Marion. You have Grove, Seaholm, Royal Oak, Southfield A&T, Birmingham Marion. Birmingham Marion's going to be the favorite, obviously.
Yeah.
Watch out for Seaholm and Groves, though.
Yes.
And then District 27, Warren Fitzgerald, Berkeley, Oak Park, Warren Fitzgerald, Detroit Renaissance, Warren Mott. Weak district.
Yeah, it's kind of a funky one.
It's a weak one, though. I got to give the edge to Renaissance. District 57, Ferndale University, Detroit Old Redford, Detroit CMA, Detroit Cornerstone, Detroit Henry Ford.
Who do you got?
Ferndale. Yep. Tell the jury's
That's kind of a mishmash, too.
Oh, yeah. Soccer districts are out, too.
Have they any alterations this year?
Eh,
That's boys soccer, correct?
yeah, it's boys soccer.
Yeah.
District 8, got Oak Park, UD Jesuit, Detroit Western, Detroit Cass Tech, Grosse Point North, Grosse Point South. Yeah, got to give an edge here, I think, to Grosse Points. Both Grosse Points.
Yeah, they always have loaded.
District 11, Lake Orion, Rochester, Adams, Stony Creek, Romeo, Ike, Utica.
Interesting.
A lot of powerhouses in there.
Yes.
A ton of them. I got to give the edge to Adams or Stony Creek.
Yeah.
Can't count out Ike, though. And
No.
don't count out Lake Orion either. I wouldn't count out Lake Orion either. District 12, Berkeley, Royal Oak, Troy, Athens, Stevenson, Warren Mott, Utica Ford.
Mm.
This would be a good one. Berkeley had a great year last year.
There's some balance in that
Utica
one.
Ford's to be the Utica Ford's favorite, but keep an eye on Athens.
Yeah.
I think Athens.
That
will
one's
get-
pretty balanced. I like that one.
That's a tough district. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
District 13, you have Grove, Seaholm, Farmington, North Farmington, Southfield A&T, Novi, Northville, Livonia, Stevenson.
Novi's tough.
Yeah. They just won state.
Well, on the
they
girls'
won on the girls' side.
Yeah, undefeated.
But Seaholm, keep an eye on them.
Yes.
Keep an eye on Seaholm. District 15. This is gonna grip your minds here. Clarkston, Bloomfield Hills, West Bloomfield, Three Wall Lakes, Two Waterfords,
What?
Lakeland.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a meat grinder too.
it is a meat grinder. I don't know where that's gonna be at yet.
Oh, they don't have the location?
They don't have locations yet. District 16. Oxford, Davison, Flint, Carmen, Ainsworth, Flushing, Grand Blanc, Lapeer, Shorts Creek. Till somebody beats Grand Blanc.
Yeah.
No one's touching them.
No.
District 24. Ferndale, Dillon Devon Child, Detroit Renaissance, Garden City, Hamtramck, Redford Union, Redford Thurston.
Ooh.
Like, until somebody beats the Cosmos,
Yeah.
no one's beating the Cosmos. Maybe Dillon Devon Child. District 26. Avondale, Pontiac, Birmingham Brother Rice, Blue Hills Cranmer Kingswood, Birmingham Detroit Country Day, Orchard Lake St. Mary's, Pontiac Notre Dame Prep.
That should be good, some good matches in there.
Sure there is.
Strong Catholic League teams in there.
Yeah, Avondale gives the best chance, though, for the OA to contend.
Yeah, but I don't see him getting out.
No. Okay, let's go to
Wow.
let's go to boys districts, boys basketball district. I want to get your early thoughts on
I'm
these.
still shaking that Clarkson's not in the regionals for cross country. Crazy.
I know, it's too crazy.
I'm trying to process that.
You're still trying to process that. My goodness.
Sorry, dude.
All right. District 58 at Ferndale. Ferndale University. Detroit Cody. Detroit CMA. Detroit Old Redford.
Ooh.
Until anybody beats Ferndale. Ferndale's loaded. 3 transfers came in from East English.
And they'll all be there playing
Yes.
because they had some guys sitting out, correct?
Yes.
So this will be the first go of to see what that makeup is.
Yes. And they're in the red this year for boys basketball.
Of course.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Ferndale is loaded this year. They went to regional final last year with basically they were not bad last year.
Yeah.
They went to the regional final where they ended up losing. They were 1 quarter away. They gave 31 points in the third quarter. Hartford Chandler Park Academy.
Oh man,
that was how bad that was.
That's a brutal.
But nobody's gonna beat Ferndale. Nobody.
Nobody. Sammy.
Okay.
They might make you wear the T-shirt if you keep saying it.
Berkeley Bears, Berkeley Athletic Department, come 1349.
I was just going to say, ship it 1349-4360.
Okay. All right, District 30 at Utica Ford. We got Troy Athens, Utica Ford, Chippewa Valley,
Ooh.
Sterling Heights, Stevenson.
Ooh.
Watch out for Mike Griffin's Sterling Heights Stallions in this one.
Yeah.
I like that team. 2-3 zone. We know what the 2-3 does. If you're
not ready, you're gonna eat you alive.
Yes. Chippewa Valley still the favorite though in that district.
Yeah.
They're still the favorite. Troy Athens, very young team. Saw them at Wayne State. Didn't think they looked great. District 29 at this will be at Rochester. Got Rochester, Stony Creek, Troy, Utica, Eisenhower. Of course, 2 weeks ago I broke the story of the Emersian boys going to Troy, and now they're there. Brody Parker there too. 3 of the best shooting guards, 3 of the best guards in the entire, not only in the league but also in the state. There.
What's that?
They
whistling?
still have no post there. It's gonna be an issue for them. So until somebody beats Troy and exposes them in the post, you got to go with Troy.
Yeah, I was going to say that whistling sound is all the bombs coming from three-point land.
Yeah. They're going to be hitting a ton of them.
What do you think the over-under is on attempts for 3?
35.
A game?
Yeah. 35. I mean, they got Parker can shoot it.
I mean each will shoot 10 each.
Parker will shoot it. Both Emersians can shoot it. I mean,
Wow.
they're dribble drivers. I mean, it's going to be a tough call.
They can
Utica
shoot-
Eisenhower will have a say.
Feast or famine on the threes.
Utica
man.
Eisenhower is going to have a say here.
Yes.
District 26 of Detroit Mumford. You got Oak Park, Royal Oak, Berkeley, Detroit Mumford, Detroit Renaissance, UD Jesuit. This is going to be a tough district. This will be a very tough one because I don't trust Detroit Renaissance in this one. I don't trust UD Jesuit. Both teams are going to be rebuilding a little bit. Oak Park, watch for them. I'm a little concerned about their discipline. But the team I'm watching is Joe Sermo's Berkeley Bears.
Yeah?
I am high on this team. I am buying this team right now. I like what Sermo's done with that team. They're going to be good. And it wouldn't surprise me if they win the blue this year. It would not surprise me if Sermo's team wins the blue this year. And they should get and if Berkeley wins the blue this year, they should get ball caps.
What would the ball caps say?
2020 OA Blue Champ Berkeley Bears.
You buying those hats?
No. But I'm telling you. But then you have Detroit Mumford in here as well. And they knocked off Southfield Arts and Tech in the semifinal. You know what that score was? 101-97.
Wow. No defense. Good scoring.
No.
Man, that's a lot of scoring.
Yeah.
Considering.
Yeah.
I mean, the high school game is a shortened game. I mean,
32 minutes.
Yeah, man. That's a
32
that's
minutes.
a lot of points.
Of course.
No
Of course.
whistles, man. I'm assuming no whistles, no fouls, just shooting and end action.
Shoot and end action. District 25 at Farmington. You got Farmington, North Farmington, Grove, Seaholm, Southfield A&T, Birmingham Brother Rice.
Ooh.
Birmingham Brother Rice won a district last year. First since 2010. They're loaded. Farmington's going to be a tough challenge for them. I mean, Farmington's got, when you look at them, they got Jay Atkins, Terrell Humes, Dak Donahue all back. Team I'm watching is North Farmington. Here's why I'm watching them. It's because North Farmington, you know how they love small gyms. Farmington's a small gym.
Yeah, that's true.
North Farmington can use that trap on them. So think about it. If you have a trap, 1, 2, 2, 4 court trap.
Playing in a bandbox.
Yeah, playing in a small gym. That's why North Farmington loves playing games on small courts. When they go to places like Lake Orion and Clarkston,
we talked about
they
that.
struggle.
Yeah, we talked about that, and it was almost to script.
Yeah, It was scripted.
And as soon as you
I
said,
said
you
it.
go, where are they playing? They go, a big gym. We go, uh-oh.
Uh-oh. That's what it is. Uh-oh. But for North Farmington, I'm happy that it's at Farmington. Now you got to deal with Birmingham Brother Rice and North and Farmington, but also you got South A&T in there. Rose is in there. Birmingham Brother Rice obviously the favorite in there. Says a lot. Says a lot. Let's go to district number 6 at West Bloomfield. You got West Bloomfield, Avondale, Bloomfield Hills, Pontiac, Orchard Lake, St. Mary's, Waterford, Mott. We talked about Waterford, Mott, and Orchard Lake, St. Mary's.
Big name coming.
Isaiah Jackson transferred into Waterford, Mott.
Corsairs, and then he's a big-time recruit too, right?
Yes, he is. And then you have
and we don't know if he's got to sit out, right? He doesn't have to, correct?
No, he doesn't have to.
Dun, dun, dun.
Lonzo, of course, you have Lauren Bowman there, Wisconsin commit.
Yeah.
Orchard Lake, St. Mary's loaded. But if there's a team I'm keeping an eye on, Bloomfield Hills. 3-point shooting. Mason Canfield. Colin Hecker. Hecker put 35 in a summer league game.
Wow.
That's insane.
What's their inside presence?
None.
Goes back to that whole Troy thing.
Yep. Goes back. It's basically what it is.
Feast or famine. You make them or you don't.
Right. But West Bloomfield is another team to watch, too. Pontiac start from scratch. Avondale.
Yeah, Pontiac.
Yeah.
How many seniors? 8? Something like that?
They lost 10 seniors a year ago.
10.
And they lost their head coach.
Yeah.
And then here's district number 5. It's at Clarkston. Lake Orion, Clarkston, Oxford, Adams, Romeo, Waterford, Kettering.
Okay.
Clarkson's the favorite.
It's kind of like we've seen before. I mean, there's nothing real crazy about that.
Clarkson's the favorite when you look at that team.
Absolutely.
Yeah. They got a new court.
They did?
They got a brand new court. And I am not a big fan of their ends at all. I am sorry.
What's it look like?
The new gym, of course, has the same similar design as Lake Orion's gym.
They just redo the inside?
No, they put a big C on the court in the center court.
All right.
And then what I don't like is it's in the out of bounds is black. And it has the name Clarkston in light blue.
Oh, light blue?
Light blue.
That's not their color.
No, it's not.
Interesting.
I
didn't know they were rehabbing their getting a new court.
Yeah, they just got one, yeah. I'm watching Oxford carefully. I'm watching Lake Orion carefully. Romeo will be very interesting to keep an eye on. Waterford, Kettering, don't worry too much.
Yeah, no.
Okay, now, and then my early thoughts, let's go to girls basketball. Of course, I'm going to have 2 basketball coaches come on in August. We're going to talk more in the depth with girls basketball.
It's going to be the first guest we've had in a long time.
Long time. Yes. Let's go to our first district here. What I'm seeing here is...
And this is girls basketball.
This is girls basketball, yep. My early indications. District 58, they haven't decided who's going to host yet. You got Ferndale, Detroit Cody, Detroit Cornerstone, Detroit CMA, Detroit Old Redford. When I look at this district here, it's going to come down to Detroit CMA. This is not a strong district, but it's a wide open district. I think that Ferndale's got a good chance to win this one. Detroit CMA next in line, Detroit Old Redford, third right now when you look at it. Of course, it was a weak district a year ago. Weak. And I think Ferndale will take this one. I do. They got a player in Kenesha Williams back for second-year coach Laura Hopner. Stability is key for that program, though.
Absolutely.
Stability is key. And that's going to be very important for this team. And then let's go to district number 29. It's at Stony Creek, my early indications.
All right.
You have Stony Creek, Rochester, Troy Athens, Utica, Eisenhower, and Utica. Now, I'm going to have Kellen James come on here in August. We're going to talk more depth into his district. Also, I'm going to bring on Bob Bridges as well, Lake Orion as well. Maybe Clarkson coach John Wire. I mean, I think that'll be great. That'll be great. Great threesome to talk to. When I look at this district, until You got Troy, Stony Creek. This district last year was won by Utica.
Yeah.
And Utica last year they were a mediocre team in the White last year, in the MAC White. But they upset Stony Creek. They upset Troy. And just destroyed Rochester.
Got hot at the right time.
Yeah. Tom McDonald, but McDonald's team, they're going to be decent. They're going to be okay. But when I look at Stony Creek, when I look at Troy, I'm going to go Troy first. Troy's loaded. When you look at Kendall Zeider, Athena Sampson, their JV was very good a year ago, but they have Kayla Knight, Laura Guma, Raya Chakaretti, Alina Renke. Then you bring in players like Charlotte Sabaka, Kayla Rutledge. That's loaded. That's pure loaded for Troy. Now, yes, Stony Creek's going to counter with Lily DePanny, Cindy LaPrairie, Devin Moles. I mean, I've seen Stony Creek play. They're not bad. They are not bad. I mean, I like where Kellen James' team's at.
Yeah.
But if I had to do early indications right now, I still have to give an advantage to Troy. I still have to give an advantage to them. Then it's Stony Creek. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens there within the next few months.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to district number 27 at Detroit Mumford. You got Oak Park, Detroit Mumford, Detroit Renaissance, Warren Fitzgerald, Warren Mott. I look at this district, it's either been Detroit Mumford or Detroit Renaissance. Both PSL powers. Mumford has owned Detroit Renaissance. And they're loaded. Detroit Renaissance also loaded.
Yeah.
It's going to come down to those two teams. They're going to obviously get the two top seeds. And you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if either one of those teams moves on and make a rally.
No chance for...
No. No.
I had to try.
You tried. Now, here's going to be the district. Here's the kiss of death.
Uh-oh.
District 26, Birmingham Marion. Groves, Seaholm, Southfield A&T, Royal Oak, Berkeley, Birmingham Marion.
Yeesh.
Isn't this brutal?
Yes.
Because you got Southfield A&T, established power. Went to state final a year ago. Now they're going to look predominantly different a little bit because you got you still got Shine McEvans back. You got Kiana Wolves back. You got
Seems like she's been there for 10 years.
Yeah, and then you got Jasmine Worthy back.
Wow.
But the question is, and Saginaw Heritage did a really good job exposing Southfield A&T in this game.
Yeah.
They have no bench. None. Because Rarity, Coach Michelle Marshall a year ago, would sub out. It was rare. The fact that she relied on their starting five kind of just...
Well, you kind of gas out after a while.
Yes. It
How
does.
are the legs at a long season like that? They kind of go on you.
Yeah. You know, but you're losing players like Alexis Johnson, Soto Barnes. That's going to hurt. Royal Oak lost a lot of people, too. They lost a ton of people, including Samantha Potter, Jessica Adams. Royal Oak's going to be a team to watch. Birmingham Marion, young team a year ago. Everybody's back for that team, and they have home court.
Oh.
Groves, of course, we know it's got Ellie Rupert. Berkeley's an interesting one because I think they're going to be one of the favorites in the blue this year, and they got two players to watch for. They got Ashley Loon, who's going to be a sophomore, and an incoming freshman by the name of Jillian Gomes. I've heard stories about Gomes. She plays really. She's a 6'2" center.
Whoa, freshman. Wow,
very interesting.
Anytime you have height in the girls' game like that, and you can put it in the hoop, dump it down low, layup.
Mm-hmm. But
That's tough to defend.
It is going to be really tough to defend.
Wow.
But until anybody beats Birmingham Marion in this district, maybe Southfield will have a strong say here. Berkeley, Royal Oak, maybe. But we'll see. We shall see. District number 25 would be at Farmington. You got Farmington, North Farmington, Farmington Mercy, Livonia Stevenson, and Novi. You know what shocked me about this district? No Northville.
Yeah.
Novi and Northville are literally close to each other.
So
they moved Northville to their own district. They are hosting their own district, yeah. And they sent Novi to Farmington.
Come on.
Isn't that horrible?
Well, we've seen that happen before.
Isn't that horrible?
Just odd matchups, or you go, hey, 2 miles down the road is where It's happening.
That's your
Oh,
arch
you're going to ship
rival.
me across
You're gonna
town.
ship me across town.
Yeah.
They ship Novi across. They ship Novi over to Farmington to deal with Farmington's Mercy. Who's
Yeah.
gonna be the favorite there? I think Novi will contend. I think they will. We'll see what happens. Let's go to district number 6. Bloomfield Hills. Got Bloomfield Hills, Avondale, Pontiac, West Bloomfield, Waterford Mott. This one here, West Bloomfield's got to be a favorite. They're loaded. You got players like Logan Lewis, Maya Buppo. You got
Trying to
Lola
think of a number
Chambers,
2. Who would be the number 2 in that one?
Avondale. Avondale's loaded. I mean, you look at what Coach. You got to look at what Avondale's got. I mean, like when you look at players like Kiri Lee, Reagan Lawrence, Tania Jackson, back for Coach Bob Lees. They are loaded. Now, people are going to say, why not Bloomfield Hills? Because Jeff Rubin's not bad. I mean, he's got Jordan Banks in the interior. I'm a little concerned about his depth, though. Very concerned about his depth. And then when I look at and then, Pontiac, Waterford Mott's a wild card. They're loaded. They're not bad. This is a team I'm really high on. I like what Waterford Mott's got. I like Michelle Scarlett. She's a good coach. They're a team I'm watching. Pontiac. Oh, and I forgot to mention with the Avondale that you got to transfer in Embroya Benyon.
Okay.
She had to sit out a year. She had to sit out last year.
Oh, so be active this year.
Yeah, she'll be active this year.
Okay.
So that'll be something to keep an eye on with Pontiac or with Avondale. So that'll be interesting. And then, of course, district number 5 at Waterford Kettering. Lake Orion, Clarkston, Oxford, Adams, Romeo, Waterford Kettering.
Ooh.
Now, I saw Summer League. Now, if you notice Summer League, of course, I've seen Lake Orion, I've seen Clarkston, I've seen Oxford, I've seen
Romeo?
No, I've seen Romeo, yes, and I've also kept an eye on Adams.
Yeah.
And but I'm telling you, Clarkston looks scary. They are scary.
And they were young last year, weren't they?
They were young last year. But I'll tell you what, they are more advanced now than I have seen. I mean, Madison Sikorsky, their guard from Clarkston, she is leaps and bounds better this year than she was last year. That tells me something. Now, yes, most of those girls play on John Wyer's AAU team.
Yeah.
Michigan, the Pride. And I know that AAU program inside out. When I look at that team, Clarkson's basically playing the same system Wire does.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And it notices a trend throughout that program. Their freshman programs running it, their JV programs running it.
Yeah.
I mean, when I look at the Lake Orion Summer League, Clarkson was the dominant team there. They've been really dominant. But then again, I'm saying to myself, Summer League ball sometimes doesn't translate to the game in the winter.
Correct.
It doesn't.
There's a lot more distractions during the school year.
True.
Right?
Yeah. And then, of course, you look at Oxford. Really impressed with Oxford.
Okay.
They can shoot it. They have guards who can shoot it. I mean,
guard play is so important.
So important.
I mean, if you have no guards, we've seen it with certain teams around the OAA that you lose your guard, the wheels fall off the bus.
Yep. And I'm looking at Lake Orion, you know what I mean? You got to have a good guard, you know what I mean, to prove, and I know Coach Bob Bridges, is working hard to get some guard play, you know what I mean? But you're right. You got to have good guard play if you're going to win games.
Absolutely.
It's
essential.
I mean, Lake Orion's got size. That's not a question. They got size. Adams, we know what they have. Their guards are solid. Really solid. Now, people are going to say, why aren't you giving Waterford Kettering love? I seen Waterford Kettering a year ago. They were senior heavy a year ago. They are young. But they have, of course, Irene Shute back. They're going to have Holland back. But how is their bench?
Yeah.
That's the question. And I don't know how, but this is going to be the year, Corey Hightower, we figure out, we see what type of coach he is. I mean, his first year, a lot of people said he had Scott Woodall's kids. We're going to see what type of coach he is now. And I think that's going to be the key now. That's going to be the key now. So what's your thoughts, Ian, on the district?
No, I'm with you, dude. Nothing real stand out that's any changes or anything like that. I think some of the geographical ones are kind of funky. But I know there's a couple, like you said, there's a couple that are just meat grinders, but we get that every year. It's not, it's not a new thing.
No.
And, and that's cyclical too. You have some teams that are, up and down, or you get some teams that are like, you look at Clarkson, they just keep churning out these quality teams over and over again. And if you're running against the teams that can do that consistently, I don't care where you're playing. It's going to be it's a dogfight in those districts.
It is. And those are our thoughts. You know what I mean? When you look at it.
Yeah.
When you look at the end of the year, of course, there's a lot of things going on. You know what I mean? A lot of people doing summer ball.
I hope everybody just stays healthy.
Yes.
That sort of thing. Summer ball and doing, especially the guys out there playing football and doing all that stuff in the runner. Everybody, just stay healthy because we want to see everybody at full strength coming back in the fall. Okay,
now, before we log off here, of course, next week here, we're going to have the dead period. We're going to have the dead period. Of course, that starts next week. There'll be no Oaa Now this week, so keep an eye on latest updates on the blog at sammycloses@blogspot.com. Ian, have a good trip up on vacation.
Yeah, heading out east.
Yep, heading out east. I'll be heading up north to beautiful Caseville, Michigan.
Oh, man.
And, of course, this is Sammy Termina here. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Signing off here. Take care, and see you all after the 4th.
See you, Sam. Oaa Now is produced by Sammy Termina. The views on this show are his and his alone. Give ONTV a call at 248-393-1060 if you'd like to make your own podcast. Classes are now enrolling. That's it for this edition of Oaa Now. We'll see you next time. See ya!